Hello, everyone! Hey, na-miss niyo ba ako? ano? I am back! Well, pagpasensyahan niyo lang yung aking mikropono dahil medyo, alam niyo naman, hindi ko kasi nagamit to for 6 months na eh. So, it's time. And sana mapanood niyo ako. So, tingnan natin kung uubra yung music. Let's have 3, 2, 1. Maganda, 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 magandang, magandang hapon sa inyo lahat! Namiss niyo ako? Welcome to your Sunday night habit, and I am back! This is the Roundball! Wow, na-miss ko kayo lahat. Sana nga lang, sana na-miss nyo ako. And I'm very happy na finally, nandito na yung aking guest. Dapat kami nag-usap kahapon, but well, let's understand that he is a pro player. And syempre, we need to sabihin na lang natin, expected, unexpected talaga eh. Marami lang talaga siyang ginagawa. But I am very honored na makausap ko rin to. Kasi ilang beses na to nakausap sa podcast nitong taong to eh. Sorry for my Tagalog words ha. But if you will understand, you have so many interviews from our Filipino podcasters. Well, I will say it's an honor for me for being a Philippine basketball fan that I will interview this guy. So, let's have this one. Siyempre, kailangan meron akong kodigo. Kailangan meron akong kodigo. So, tapos na ang aking music. And let's have this. So, syempre, everyone, sorry ha, medyo may konting problema tayo. Pero pagtiisan nyo lang ako ha. Now kasi, itong guest ko, siya na yata yung pinaka-approachable sa lahat ng mga imports. Ika nga, sa mga imports. Kasi, sa totoo lang ha, ang dami niyang tinulungang mga tao, lalo na yung mga bata. And, syempre, when it comes to basketball talaga, he's one of the best imports talaga sa PBA. Well, currently, itong taong to, nasa South Korea siya ngayon, and he played for Suwon KT Sonic Boom of the Korean Basketball League. This guy, he is from Dominica. Dominica is an island in the Caribbean. Malapit yan doon sa Jamaica. Malapit yun. And then, he's 6'10", weighs at 240 pounds. And syempre, he studied at Mepham High School in Belmore, New York. And then he studied college at Old Westbury from 2007 to 2011. Old Westbury is a Division 3 school. And then after that, nagpa-drop siya sa NBA, but he got undrafted in 2011. And then he is a journeyman. He started from 2011 with the Norrköping Dolphins in Sweden. So he played in Sweden, then actually, suki to sa Europe. And then, in 2019, he was introduced as the import for the Colombian Jeep in the Philippine Basketball Association in the Commissioner's Cup. And then this guy, he also suited up for my favorite team, the San Miguel Beermen, in the Terrific 12, also known as the East Asia Super League right now. And then 2021, he became the naturalized player for Indonesia. suiting up for the FIBA World Cup, the Asia Cup qualifiers that was held here in the country. And sabi ko nga sa inyo, napamahal itong taong ito. Sobra. Dahil, isipin mo, meron siyang isang court sa San Andres, Manila na pinangalan sa kanya, the Lester Prosper Court. Ay, nabuko na ako. So, wala na akong patupik-tupik pa. Here it is. The Dominican player loved by the Filipinos. And we're talking about Terra Firma Import, Lester Prosper!
What's up?
What's up, Sir Lester? Welcome to the Roundball in the Philippines. Well, ulitin ko na lang yung tanong ko sa'yo kanina when you came in. How's the weather there in... Are you in Seoul or... Sorry for this. Are you in Seoul?
No, I'm in Suwon.
In Suwon.
13 minutes away from Seoul.
So, how's the weather there in Suwon?
It's pretty cold.
Pretty cold. Like how many degrees, if I may ask? How many degrees?
I'll say probably about 25 to 30 degrees right now.
That is quite warm at least. That is quite. Well, yeah, there it's very cold. Is there snow there or not yet?
Absolutely.
Well, okay. Let's start the ball rolling. And welcome to the Round Ball. And I'm Billy Manzano, by the way. So,
Nice.
let's start the ball rolling. So, question, what is your basketball background? When do you start playing basketball? I mean, what is your basketball background?
I started at around, I would say 16 years old. When I was in a group home, I basically started around that time. Some of the peers in my group home, they pushed me to play basketball because I was really tall. My first sport was actually cricket. So, when I got to the States, when I came to the States from the Caribbean, they didn't really play cricket here. So I had to adapt to something else, especially with the height that I had as an adolescent. So.
And then you studied high school at MEFAM in Belmore, New York. Which, how's your career? How's your high school career, if I may ask? How's your high school career?
Well, I didn't really get to play basketball in high school. I made, but then I didn't really play. And then the next year, I didn't try out for the team. So I just took time to hone my skills, and get better. And then a coach spotted me in a tournament that I played in Island Garden in Long Island, New York. He scouted me, and then he invited me to come out and and come to his college and check out his college, and basically all the went through the whole recruitment process. And I didn't have any other schools that were offering me to play because I was not on the basketball scene like that. So I took the first opportunity that I was given, and that was the first opportunity that I was given, because if I didn't receive this opportunity, I would have gone back to the Caribbean, and I don't know what the hell I would have been doing in the Caribbean. So God works in mysterious ways.
So you mean, sir, you are a late bloomer. Am I right?
Yes, you are.
Well, actually, I interviewed one person, actually, the same as you, Artist Gilmore. I interviewed last April. So, and then there goes the college. You attended Old Westbury, and that is a Division 3 school.
Three,
So,
yes.
how do you define your college stint in Old Westbury?
Very hardworking, a bunch of very hardworking guys. They actually helped me to have the confidence that I have today. And I still talk to some of my teammates from college today, and really, really good guys, and they helped me to develop that fighting spirit that I have. So, I'm always very grateful for all college.
Well, actually, when it comes to Old Westbury, actually, believe it or not, some sorry for the sorry for the disturbance. Well, knowing that Old Westbury is a great school, um, is there an NBA? Is there a scout that they're trying to um, try the NBA itself? Is there a scout try advise you to try the NBA itself or not really, if I may
Well,
ask?
my coach in college, he actually went to the NBA, so he had many different friends that were that were pushing me and just getting me ready, getting my skills right, and getting draft. A agent came into my college. He wasn't a super big agent, but he was pretty well known. He came in, signed me up, and I got ready. I went down to Philadelphia and got ready for the draft. Went through the whole draft combines and the whole went through the whole shebang. And it was my first experience doing that with players that's been going through the AAU system, and been going through the basketball system for um, basically their whole lives. And so it was an honor to be a part of that process. But we had a lockout in 2011, I think, and I think that kind of my position, an opening for me and be able to get a chance. I think that kind of affected it. And then me not knowing the business side of basketball, that kind of kind of led me to go to the tougher route, if I may say.
Yeah. And after that, despite you got undrafted and then no team hasn't recruited you, you started in Sweden with North Coping Dolphins.
Yeah,
So what's the yeah? Go ahead.
started in Sweden. Lasted in Sweden for about 2 to 3 months. You know, um, it was very tough for me. Getting acclimated to the European basketball, especially when you come in as a rookie, when they tell you what you should do overseas, and you coming in, you are the leading scorer on your team in college, but when you get to the pros, you're not going to be the man in the pros when you just it's a high chance that you're not going to be the man in the pros after you come out of college, so you have to just take your time and get acclimated to the coach's system, take your time and get acclimated to the culture, and just play team ball and have a good attitude at all times. So that's something that I did not do in my early stages of, I needed to get used to overseas basketball and know that it's not like how it is in the States, especially in Europe.
Well, actually, you brought up that topic. So, what is the difference that you have? What is the difference of your experience playing Euroball rather than the US basketball? What makes the difference in your experience?
The different experiences are the different experience that I had playing Euro basketball is it's just more of a systematic game. Also, just the rules that you can knock the ball off the rim, um, the different personalities that you're dealing with, the European personality compared to the American personality. You could get more acclimated to someone's personality from America other than Europe. That's just me in my early stages. Now I could get used to anybody. It's just a lot of learning to do. A lot of learning to do. And once you get used to being overseas, and once you are willing to learn, and respecting the culture, and willing to bring a positive attitude with everything that you're doing, and make it a team first thing, I think you should be fine overseas. You should be
Yeah.
fine anyway.
Yep, that's true. And then, actually, aside from Europe, you played in Canada, and then you played also in England. Um,
Hmm.
if I may ask, we know that European basketball is in general, but what do you notice about the basketball that you have played on in every country? What do you notice?
Um, it's always different styles. Basketball, of course, is the same language, but it's basically the same language with a different dialect. You understand?
Yep.
So, like in England, it's Europe, but still, it's more athletic than certain parts of Europe. England basketball is fast paced, athletic, strong. That's the kind of style of basketball there. Compared to Sweden, is fast paced, not as athletic, sharing the ball more, and that's the kind. It's just a difference. It's a difference. It's not a lot of one on one. England, you will find a lot of one on one going on also.
Yeah. And then, well, you were actually around, if I'm not mistaken. Wait a second. If I'm not mistaken, you were around 32 years old. No, not 32. But before that, meron pala papasok dito na isang kasama ko from Fast Break Gaming, Francis Gonzalez!
Hello.
Hello, hello.
Hello! Hello! Francis, baka meron kang question kay Lester.
Yes, meron po.
Bumati ka muna bago ka muna mag-question. Ano ka ba?
Okay. So, yung sa mga ka-roundball dyan,
Uy, baka may problema yung line niya. well, well, may problema yata yung line niya. Well, sorry for the interruption actually. Well, actually, mamaya ka muna, Fast Break Gaming, Wait lang. I have a question. Actually, in 2019, at the age of 32, after you have so many experiences playing in Canada, in Sweden, in England, you discovered the Philippines by recruiting you to become the import for the Colombian Jeep. If I may ask, who actually called you? Who actually called you to play
My
in the
my
Philippines? Go.
my guy, Coffee. Me and Rashawn went to the same university, the same
Oh,
alma
Rashawn
mater.
Corty.
Yes, we went to the same alma mater. So he told Coach Cardell about me and the people in the organization, and they looked at my film. I think they had doubts first because I averaged about 13.5 points and like 9 or 10 rebounds or something like that. So I think that they had a little bit of doubts about me first. So either way, they pulled the trigger. I came in, and I just brought a positive fighting spirit to the team, and we were we went on to win 4 or 5 games. We were a game away from making the playoffs. So after that, me and the coach, we kept in contact. Me and some of the people from the organization, we kept in contact, and then we continued to bring positive energy, a positive attitude, and high spirits to the team. You know,
That's right. That's right.
so now they brought me COVID hit, but actually since since it's because of the way that I played and the attitude that I bring to Terra Firma Jeep and also to the PBA and the Filipino people, and just the way that they they invited me into the country and the way that they treat me like family. That's what made me want to fight even more, and feel so welcoming. For me to feel so welcoming into the Filipino community, that's what made me want to fight and continue to have a good attitude everywhere that I go and put smiles on the people's faces. So Indonesia, if it wasn't for the Philippines, I wouldn't be scouted in Indonesia to become naturalized player.
Well, going well, Terra Firma Jeep. Now you're talking about the PBA. You're playing for Terra Firma Jeep in your first game. How's the experience?
Are you talking about the first game from 2019 or the first game from now?
The first game ever
Okay,
here in the
well,
Philippines.
the first game in 2019, I was a little nervous, of course, but I think I had 26 points that game. It was against Magnolia, and after that, most of my games been 30-point games. After that, I just needed to get my feet a little wet in the league and figure out what the team needs and what they want me to do. And the guys, a lot of the guys supported me on the team. So, you know, I ended up having this supreme confidence in my game and just, being the player that they want me to be, being the player that they molded me to be. So, the player that I am today in the Philippines and the player that I am also over here in Korea is a big thank you to the attitude and the spirit that the Filipino people injected in me, and some of my teammates in the Philippines injected in me, and helped me to move up in the basketball world.
Oh, Francis, you're back into the calling.
Eh,
Baka meron kang question.
yeah, I have some questions to Mr. Papi. Okay,
Kamusta?
first question. Kamusta, Mr. Papi? Okay, first question. We all know the tweet of uh you made when I think the latest import of Mighty Sports.
The latest import of Mighty Sports that signed,
Yeah,
is he signed to Terra Firma now?
no, the wait. I will go back. I will question it later.
Actually, before he will find the question, there's one viewer, Sir Lester, that
Mm.
asked, "What is the quality of competition between the PBA and the KBL? How's the competition between these two leagues, if I may ask?"
Well, it's not about the competition. It's more about the speed of the game. In
Hmm.
KBL, the speed of the game is a lot more fast paced, a lot more. I would say it's less dependent on individual um, performance, more of team orientation performance. So, an individual like me can go out there and score 50 points in the PBA, but here, they're not looking for me to score 50 points. They're looking for me to just do everything, run everything through the team. So everybody spread the points out. So I will have 13, another guy will have 15, another guy will have 20. Some nights 20, some nights I'll have 13. It's not about 50 points, 40 points, or 30 points. It's not about individual performance. It's more about team performance.
Yeah, I've noticed in the KBL,
And the
especially. Yes, sir.
speed of the game is up and down, just up and down, screening and rolling, rebounding. And the rules on top of that is not as, how can I say this? They will let a lot of fouls go. Like in the PBA, they call the fouls. Over here in the KBL, they're not gonna give you a ticky tack foul. If you just
Yeah,
touch, it all depends on. It all depends on how on the personality of the referee that we have that is running the game.
yeah. I would like to ask the. Okay, well, you can be honest with me or not. My question there is: are the fouls, are the officials in the PBA, especially the referees, are they very rigid when it comes to calls? Your answer. You can be
Oh,
honest or not.
I think that the referees in the PBA are very, very fair. I think that they're
Mm.
compared to the KBL. That's just me being honest. They're very, very fair. Maybe they're trying to, because maybe they're trying to break me in the KBL and just tell me that this is my first year, so we're not going to give you any um, fouls like you're used to. But I'm one of the biggest, strongest guys in Asian basketball, and there's no way that guys are not fouling me when I'm down there in the paint. This is what it is. But
Even the times, may I cut you? Even the times that they are trying to slap you, anything here or sometimes on the body or whatsoever, and you
sometimes,
called it fair
sometimes
on the PBA.
you're not gonna get that. Sometimes you're not gonna get that
Mm. So they will just let it go. Fine.
of the time.
Okay,
Yes.
that's understandable. Oh, nahanap mo na, Francis, yung tanong? Okay,
Nahanap
go.
ko na. Okay, Sir Papi, I was talking about Nick Young.
Or Nick Young.
Okay. When for all the viewers here, uh, also be, I'm just wondering when the friendship started between the two of you.
No,
When the
Can you give a
me and Nick
brief
Young,
history about your friendship?
we don't really have a friendship. It was just a friend, know him and put us in contact together. And then he made a tweet about Taiwan. So I said I will try to get you in PA through my contacts, and then my contacts reached out to his people, and then whatever happens, So maybe and he became on the PA map. Didn't get the right deal that he wanted. Decided to um, deal with the situation that he's dealing with in Dubai. But I think that he should be. We can definitely expect Nick Young to probably be in the future if a team wants him. But I'm not saying that he's my friend, associate. That's all he. That's all it is. It's really just text messages. I don't need to lie about who are my friends and who are not. You know. So
Uh,
this was a favor I was trying to pull. If it worked out, it worked out. If it didn't, if the numbers were right, it would have worked out. Since the numbers didn't, you know, um, maybe in the future we'll see him.
okay.
Um, I'm always
Second question, sir.
with me. I'm always around. I'm always around a lot of NBA or ex NBA basketball players. So there are chances that I could bring some of these guys to Filipino basketball. So
Wow.
there's of that, especially the 6-8 conference, 9 conference, and the 6-5, 6-6. So you know, so that's what I'll try to do. I think that's just my calling also, because just being adopted by the Philippines also is just to help basketball be more exciting there, and much and have some of the imports come out into the community, and and um and give back and stuff like that. That's some of the stuff things that I'm trying to do also in the Philippines. This should be a lot more of this in the future should be occurring.
Well, that's right true, especially if you're talking about the speed of the game, especially it's all about how do you love the game itself, especially for any leagues that you have been going to. But before that, Fast Break Gaming, sandali. May isa pang papasok eh. Siyempre, tatawagin ko yung isang friend ko. Former Lasalista, Carl Kyo! Joke
Hey,
lang.
hey, Papi, what's up?
Hey, what's up? How about you?
Okay, Carl, baka meron kang question kay
Ah,
Papi.
yes. Actually, I have two questions for you, Papi. Sorry about the camera, though. First question is, during your first season here in the Philippines, how how was Bo Belga?
Oh yeah, I want to ask that question. How's
Um,
Bo Belga
um,
playing against you?
well, Bo Belga is definitely Bo Belga is always going to be Bo Belga. He's one of the tough players, hard nosed, smart, and you know he's gonna do what Bo Belga does, and that's play hard and tough all the time. So I don't see the difference that I see with Bo Belga here compared to 2019 is his conditioning. His
Hmm.
conditioning and body shape is definitely improved from since 2019. So, he dropped a few pounds and he looks better. And you have to commend decided instead of professional and invest in their body to have a lasting career. So the improvement that I see is his conditioning and the way how he decided to shed some pounds.
All right, thanks. And one more thing before I go and just watch your interview is I just want to ask you about the improvement of Philippine basketball from 2019 till now, because I've seen that I'm not saying that your averages drop, but comparing to what you are before, it seems like you're I mean, whenever you score, you're having a hard time right now comparing before.
Yeah, I would say so more of me having to do me having to do a lot more on this year to last year. The reason why it's better, I would say better chemistry with better teammates um, that I had, 19. I have better chemistry with those guys, and on top of that, they're scoring threats. So therefore, you can't leave Rashawn open. You can't leave CJ open. So
Hmm.
therefore, you leave a player like me open. So now you have to choose your poison on who you want. This year, you have me and Wami, and that's about it. So they could double team me, triple team me, as you see in a lot of the games, and that's how it was. Either way, I still did my job. I still did what I had to do for that organization.
All right. Thank you, Papi. So that's about it, Billy, for me. So I'm just gonna be silent here and watch your live video on YouTube.
Thank
So
But
you.
I'm gonna leave for now and give chance to others.
Hey,
I,
I think
I like
it's
that.
telling something.
I like that. I like that question because someone else asked me that question also, and they gave me their personal opinion of what they thought also, and it was basically thing because in 2019 I had Rashawn McCarthy, Jack, DJ, you know, I had Kubuntin, I had Escoto, Bondo. You know, in 2019 I had some pieces. 2022 I had, you know, it was me, it was Kahili, and
Andreas Kahilig.
yeah, and Wami, and you know, and then sometimes Alex. You know, sometimes Alex because you know, sometimes he played, sometimes he didn't play, so that's why. But
I see.
when he played, we always had good chemistry. But we needed people to back us up defensively. We needed people like Jack Corpus. So when I had Jack Corpus in 2019, he was a significant piece to what we do in terra firma. So Jack Corpus is very physical. So Jack Corpus would sometimes I'll handle the heavy load and I will have energy to be able to do more stuff, to do more things. So this year it's just you got to take it with how you take it. You understand?
Yeah, yeah. Actually, if you're gonna ask my personal opinion on that, what I can say is your conditioning is becoming better and better each and every year. Because, like what you've said earlier, you have Jack Corpus, you have Kobuntin to help you out,
Wami
banging bodies
Johnson.
inside. But right now, what you have is only you, probably Kahilig, and who else? Billy. Maybe I missed out on something.
That's it. And Wami
That's it.
Town, Wami
Yeah,
Wami
Town,
Wami
Johnson.
Johnson. Yes,
yeah,
but you have better pieces before comparing now, but your performance is becoming better and better.
exactly. Better IQ. You know,
Yeah,
better
that's
I
also
and
what I can see.
look at all those guys that I had in 2019. Where are they? They are teams.
Yeah, yeah.
You,
So,
Magnolia, Jack
mhm.
Magnolia, San Miguel. You know, where's you know the other guys on TNT. Um, everybody's gone.
Yeah,
Yeah, totally new. Ika nga. Um, Actually, I would like to ask you a question regarding to the PBA itself. You said Bo Belga is an enforcer. Now, I would like to ask. Wait.
request.
Francis, meron ka bang question? Francis,
Yes, meron.
go. Go. Go, pare.
Okay. Hello, sir. Lester Prosper.
Hello.
It's me again, Papi. Speaking of exciting to watch, in your opinion, do you think the PBA should play with two imports? Did do you think they should upgrade the league?
Well, I'm gonna tell you my opinion on that. I think the I
Yeah,
think they should I think they should play with one import because it gives the guards, the Filipino guards, a chance to be able to develop. Filipino players a chance to develop. That's why I don't think they're playing with two imports. When you have two imports, it actually take away from the development and the skill set of I would just say the development of the local players, and that's not what you want. You want to be able to have those local players be able to touch the ball. When you have a guard and a big, the big is getting touches, the guard is getting touches, and then there's not enough basketball for the local players. So we need just one, and that's how I look at things. That's how I look at it. One import is fine because of it be able to for you to be able to help the local players develop and so they could have a chance to play at a high level when they go to the national team.
Actually, actually, if you're talking about imports, now you're saying that we need only one import. My question there is, do we need a height limit or not?
I don't think we need a height limit.
Yeah, I like that. Why do you say so, if I may ask?
Because it's basketball. Because when you go to the international, when you play on the international stage, you want your local players to be able to not fear from seeing a 6'11" or 7 foot guy or 7'3" guy on when they go to play the international when they go on to play on the international stage. You want them to say, "Oh, we're used to seeing this in our league." That's why I think they should not have a height limit.
Well, eto lang yun. Actually, you actually played, in after Terra Firma. Actually, there's one game in this conference. You got your first win, and you say something on the locker room of Terra Firma. What do you said there? What do you said there? Actually, you're celebrating your first win. That is against Edlex.
Hmm.
1-4, 24-114. And you celebrated, and then you're being jolly. You're being jolly there. And then you said, "What Bobo? What Bobo?" What do you
Yeah,
feel when you actually Terra Firma, if you had 25 straight losses and then facing NLEX, you got their first win with Alex Cabagnot, Wami Chongson. What's the feeling there in your
um,
first win?
it was, tell you the truth, it felt good to break that spell. You know, it felt really good to break that funk that Terra Firma was in, and that's way before I got there. So you know that you know the the way how guys felt. They probably was in a funk emotionally, mentally, physically. They just didn't feel motivated. So for me going out there and me and Wami working together, me and Wami running the pick and roll offense, me and Cabagnat
Yeah.
pick offense working together, and going out there and just you know putting my foot down and say we're gonna stop this here so we don't break this record. That was a big accomplishment for us
Well,
to not and then
mm,
Coach John, that's an easygoing guy. Coach John's an easygoing guy, and he's gonna put you in a position to win. And he's not gonna be the type of coach that's gonna yell at you and breathe down your back, but he's gonna make sure that you work hard. And coach always put me in a position to work hard and put me in a position to win and be able to be successful. And I just think he deserves more, and that's why I decided to go out there every night, even when I had 18 points. I'm only one man.
mm.
I'm only one man, and you have Bay Area triple team me. I had rain or shine triple.
Yeah.
You know, Bay Area triple team me, rain or shine. You have even Hinebra came out triple teaming me right away.
Okay,
Um,
you said Ginebra. You said
yeah,
Ginebra before I.
yes,
Okay,
they came out
let's
right away. Came out right away, triple teaming me right away. That's
okay.
a sign.
Let's be honest with Ginebra. Facing Ginebra, are they a
Said
tough team? Honest
Hinebra
wise.
is always tough. Hinebra is always tough. But I think they remembered what happened in 2019, um, and they saw the tear that I was going on because my first game is 43-26.
Wow.
Um, First game, 43-26 against Converge. Next game is 30 something. Next game is this. Next game is you know, it's a sign of respect when teams triple team you, and
Yeah.
it's a sign of respect, and you know, they they could slow me down, but at the end of the day, it's like somebody else needs to step up, and that's all it is, you know. But you know, it is what it is, man. Every time I play in the PBA, I'm gonna continue to bring my best, continue to motivate, continue to elevate myself, and then hopefully some of my teammates will just look at the way that I'm taking care of my body, look at the way that I'm playing, and they'll want to step up and elevate their games also, and that's what I'm here for, you know.
Well, actually, in the PBA, actually, you have noticed every time you play that the crowd is not just like in your countries that you have visited. Few crowds. Um, if I may ask, if you will be honest, what the PBA will do to improve promoting this kind of league?
Um,
What do you think?
I just think you know, sometimes you got to look at it like this. If it's not really a big game, um, you're not going to have the same capacity. You're not going to have the same number of fans coming to the game, especially in the Philippines, because people have to go to work. People are doing a lot. People need to spend their money on other things other than tickets. But when you know, what I think the PBA should do also is you know, just go out there into the community, you know, do some more charity, give away tickets, do ticket giveaways, always constantly promote, you know, especially when you know, the promote outside, even outside of Manila, Metro Manila, promote. And sometimes these are things that you need to do to you know, sometimes bring basketball to the people, you know, and sometimes these are things that you need to do to be able to have a big crowd every night, you know, or a semi big crowd every night. So, you know, just like the old days, you know. But I'm not the commissioner. I'm not part of the marketing department. So, you know, that's out of my my league.
Yeah, I understood. And speaking of the community, actually, you said you have so much time going to barangays, going to places that are not reachable enough. Actually, there is one court in San Andres, Manila, that was named after you. Um, what is the, kumbaga, parang what's behind those kind of things that you did to the
It's
community? What's behind?
it's just you know, what do you want to be? You know, when we're athletes, right? Like, we inspire so many people, right? We inspire so many kids. You know, when I was younger, I wish that an athlete would come into my hood or wherever I lived, and give us some sort of inspiration. You know, give me some sort of pep talk. You know, when I was 8, 9, 10 years old. You know, I never had any of that. So when I started to when I started to get to the level of, you know, getting to be more well known, you know, I said I want to do charity. I wanted to make a change, make a difference, you know. And in 2019, this started actually in 2019 when I saw a baby, you know, a baby in the garbage in Quezon City, you know.
Hmm.
Yeah. Like, that's sad, you know, to me. And I said, there's no way. I can't, you know. So, you know, and then you see the kids barefoot out there playing on dirt roads, and no shoes and no food and nobody out there, you know. And the thing about it, a lot of us athletes are from that kind of metro, you know, Manila kind of barangays, you know. A lot of us are from the hood, you know. So not because I'm not from Tondo or I'm not from San Andres, that doesn't mean that I can't go there. With the right connections, you could call up somebody and say, hey, I want to go there and do this camp there and give back to the kids and give back to the people and show the people a good time. And that's what I decided to do, you know, in Demayan, you know, just go back. And these people are reachable. There's no way that they're not reachable. They're reachable. They're the ones who support the PBA players. They're the ones who support the athletes. It's the people, you know,
Yeah.
they reach out. So that's my gift, is to make myself available. Go into where you live. I'm going to go into where you live and bring basketball, bring my heart, bring my skills, bring my fun to you. You know, and then we're gonna go there and we're gonna have an exciting time. Whether it's 2-3 hours, I'm there, and we're gonna have a good time. We're gonna play basketball together. We're gonna do drills, and we're gonna do one-on-ones, and we're gonna have a great time. And that's why I represent. You know, that's why I represent the people. That's why the Filipino community. That's why they put their arms around me and they gave me a hug. That's why they invited me in. I went into people's homes, you know, in the barangay. I sat there and had adobo with people in Punt.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? How many imports? How many imports you can say go into barangay and Pantok, go into Tondo? I went into Tondo in the typhoon. In the typhoon. How many? Come on. I put my arms around these people and these people put their arms around me, and that's what it is. You know,
Well,
we had a great time, and we're gonna continue to have a good time. We're gonna continue. We're gonna do this all over the Philippines. I'm just starting my foundation, the Lester Prosper 25 Foundation, you know, and that's coming real soon. And we're going to be accepting donations, and we're going to go all over the Philippines, and we're going to fix courts, and we're going to feed people. And anybody, any athlete, anybody that would like to donate to my foundation, they can. And anybody wants to be a part of it, see where their money's going, they can, because this is what it is. You know, I'm really, you could be part of what I'm doing in many different ways. Many people have reached out. I have over 50,000, 60,000 people, and over 2,000 messages in my Facebook that people are reaching out. You know,
yeah.
I'm,
Actually, mhm.
this
That's
is
why
big.
actually, if we're talking about basketball community, well, I'm excited that if you will come here in Manila, actually, specifically in Caloocan, actually, you can meet me there so
Yeah,
that actually we can talk there. Actually, we don't have a so I will tell you honestly, we don't have a playing court. We don't have a legit playing court. As but there are some areas near in my vicinity that they have basketball courts, so I can have an appointment with those things. Now, okay, in 2021, I think there's one team spotted you to get recruited. And I'm not talking about a club team. We're talking about the national team of Indonesia.
hmm
Who discovered you and why Indonesia?
well, I guess Rajko Tarman, he done a lot of work in the Philippines also, so he also kept up with Philippine basketball. So the player that they had there before, he didn't want to be there, and so I was their other option. And a player like me, I go to places, I respect the culture. And even if I think it's even if I think the situation is kind of hard, I will try to make it work. And that's what I've done with Indonesia. It was a tough situation, but guess what? I went in there and I try to make it work. I try to do the best that I can for the country and for the people that accepted me, and that's what it is. I think it was Raj Tarman that got me there. The management called me up, and I said, sure, let's do it. And why not? To represent a country, and that's what I did. So the people who support me from Indonesia, thank you. The people who does not support me, from Indonesia, then I don't know what to tell you because I'm still doing well. So, you know,
Yeah, actually, um, when you play here in the Philippines, especially in the FIBA Asia qualifiers, I have noticed a tweet, and then you are being thankful, but I'm very sad when the Indonesians replied you back. Okay, after you tweet that. How do you handle those bashers?
tell
How
you
do
the
you handle
truth,
them?
tell you the
Yeah,
truth, it comes to a point that I don't even, I don't even like respond to any of that anymore. Because Indonesia is not a basketball country. You know,
yeah,
it's not. So how many people in Indonesia know about basketball? Probably 10%, you know? Probably 10% of the population knows about basketball, truly knows about basketball. So when somebody's bashing me about this and that and that and this, I don't care. You know,
yeah,
I don't. But the people who are supportive of me in Indonesia, those are the people I care about. The people that keep it honest and we have a one-on-one conversation, or we have a conversation through Instagram or Facebook or whatever. These are the people who come to me respectfully. You know, not somebody who has a fake account and they're saying blah 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 blah. I don't respect that. It is what it is. I don't even respond to that anymore. So it's like it used to bother me in the beginning, but it doesn't even bother me now. Because look where I'm at. If I'm such a bad basketball player or whatever, look what I've accomplished in life. Look where I'm at. Look where I am. And look at all of that I've accomplished in life. Even throughout the pandemic, I was working. You know?
yeah. I am, and we have witnessed it. We have witnessed it every time we watch you, especially in
Exactly.
the PBA.
I'm,
And
I'm
then,
blessed. I'm very,
and
very blessed.
especially during the 2021 FIBA Asia qualifiers, I see you working hard, and you were being doubling by a bunch of young ones like Kai Soto, and then you have also Ange Kwame, and then you have Justin Baltasar, but you don't care about it. And I'm very happy that you're doing it. It's just that, to tell you the truth, the locals are too weak. That's the thing. You have Grahita, you have Prastawa during that lineup. I think you have Sitorius, but after all, you have been replaced by Marcus Bolden. But you move on. I hope that you will be our import in the Gilas team. I hope some. I
Well,
hope, but it didn't happen.
I have about 1,000 messages. I have about 1,000 messages that are saying that. I really, literally do have about 1,000 messages to be part of Gilas. But the thing about it, it's unfortunate I can't be part of Gilas because I've already been naturalized by one country. So you can't switch countries. But that would have totally been an honor to play for Gilas.
Yeah, that's what I want to see. You remind me of Ricardo Ratliff. That
Mhm.
you're still playing against him. You're still
Yeah.
playing
We have
against him.
a game tomorrow against him.
Yeah, and you're looking forward to have more games against him. Now
Yeah.
we're now going to South Korea. Who do In South Korea, we know the KBL is on the rise, and you have met the Filipino community, and especially the players,
Mhm.
like RJ Abarientos, you have SJ Belangel, Justin Gutang, Ethan Alvaro, and now you have your teammate in Dave Ildefonso. And then you have Justin Baltazar going to Seoul.
Mhm.
If I may ask, which Filipino player in the KBL do you get impressed the most?
Um, well, from RJ's tough. RJ's super tough. Um, Dave is super tough defensively and offensively. Dave is gonna fit in here right away. All the
Where's
guys, man.
Abando?
Abando is Abando is Abando. You know that he's like a high flyer. Abando is Abando. You know, Abando is super exciting to watch, and then you have to watch your back because he might dunk on you. You know, so yeah, man. Even the young guy from DB, you know, and the other young guy from KGC. These guys are very exciting to watch. You know, and you know that shows you the level of basketball here. You have KBL that's recruiting Filipino players. That shows you that we're moving in the right direction. You understand?
Yeah, I have so many. I have noticed it.
When you look at Japanese basketball, they're recruiting
Mm,
Filipino players. So
yeah,
that shows you the level of where Filipino players are at, skill set wise, IQ wise. It's letting you know that they're wanted. So, you know, it's dope. I love it.
yeah. Now I will ask a few questions remaining. Here is my question to you: when you came to going back to the PBA, who is the toughest player that you face, local and import,
Toughest player.
that you have faced, and you have a hard time to stop, or you have a hard time making shots because of this guy from local and imports? Who are those?
You know what? One of the toughest. I'll say. I'll say Prince eBay.
Prince Ibe of
Yeah.
Dartport.
Yep.
Why? He's a top shot blocker.
Yes, exactly. And sometimes when you think he's not there, he's there.
Yeah.
You
And
know. I'll,
he is 6'10", but he has long arms, and
yep.
you have a hard time. And he is
Yep.
patrolling the paint good.
Yep. So it was Prince eBay and Earl Clark.
Earl Clark of NLEX. The scorer. Actually, he scored very well, but during this time with the Warriors, he's more of a rebounder. But during your time, he is a superb scorer. But I have another one. What about the locals, by the way? The local toughest player to that you have a hard time
Toughest player. I say
of the locals.
that was very physical. I would say Jack Corpus
Hmm.
and another one. Who's another one?
How
I'll
about
say.
Calvin Apeva?
I didn't play against Calvin. He didn't play that time,
Ah, okay.
but
Um,
I know he's a rugged monster too. But
yeah. Ah,
but when you talk about clutch, I'll say lethal weapon.
Polly!
Tell you something.
Polly!
Let me tell you something.
Yeah. Yeah, go.
Terra Firma had a chance of beating Magnolia. We had a chance of
Mm.
beating. You know, we
Mm.
had a chance of beating Magnolia, and I hit some tough shots. you know, and next thing you know, we're tied. The game's tied, and you could go back and look at it. The game's tied. Then Paul Lee comes out of nowhere and hit this freaking 3-point shot from like with like 2 seconds on the shot clock, and he hits this, and I'm like, wow.
Well, you impressed with the clutches of Paul Lee. And I will tell you, he's too clutch. If you remember, game number 2 against Ginebra in the Manila Clasico, he made that game-winning shot
Man,
at
it's
the
crazy.
buzzer. Yeah.
It's crazy. This guy's clutch, man. This guy's clutch, and we could have beaten Magnolia, but because of that shot, I think we lost to them by like 3 or 4 or something like that, man. Which
But that was clutch, totally clutch.
that
And
was
then
super.
actually, how about this guy, Yu Chuan Shing, the 7'5" guy?
I don't think he's that tough. The reason I don't think he's that tough because he just has the right pieces around him. That's all it is.
Yeah, I think during your time, Miles Powell is your opponent, if I may ask. Am I right? Miles
No,
Powell or Andrew Nicholson?
it was
It's
Nicholson.
Nicholson.
Because let me tell you,
Go.
the thing about it, it's like he has the right pieces around him. If you put me on a team with a 7-footer like that, also, you know what I mean, that guy would have 20 points a game too. You know,
Yeah,
because
actually,
with him, I'll drive to the basket, draw defenders, and just give it to him.
exactly.
You know,
How
that to tell you the truth, I don't think he's that tough. Nicholson is pretty tough, but he's not.
how
He's
about
not.
these two players? Number one, the 6-time MVP, Junmar Fajardo, and the reigning MVP, Scotty Thompson.
Scotty Thompson's tough. Scotty Thompson's clutch. He's always at the right place at the right time. June Fajardo, he's a legend. So what can you say about that? You know,
Yeah, he's a
I,
legend.
I'm just gonna sound like a broken record talking about Scotty Thompson and June Fajardo because it's everything that I'm saying. They have repeated it. They have proven it repetitively. You know, even Latinardio. You know, legendary.
Tenorio.
Yeah, yeah, legendary. These guys are legends. And they're legendary because what they do is consistent. Consistency is what makes you a legend. You know, Justin Brownlee, tough player. I just didn't get to play against him this conference too much because, that's another story. But, you know, it is what it is. But legendary.
Well, actually, if we're talking about legends, well, may kasama pala ako. Well, nandito lang naman, galing from PSL, Kuya Ryan Pajaro! May pasingit ka.
Hello, Roundball fans. Hi, Lester. I'm in just a few minutes. I'm doing the second game here in Pilipinas Super League. By the way, Lester, JJ Helterbrand is also waving you.
Hello.
Yeah,
You have a
look at here,
question?
look at this, Lester. I'm here at Caloocan Sports Complex, right beside me.
Shout out.
So in just a few minutes, we'll start the game. I just have one question for you, Lester. Were you gonna come back next season for the PBA Commissioner's Cup?
Of course. Of course. Of course.
Okay,
Let's see.
Billy and Lester, I need to leave now real quick and just have a shoutouts with you. Bahala ka na, Billy, for the one ball. The second game will coming up in a few minutes. Thank you so much.
Maybe you might.
Okay. Well, he has a live ball game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, brother. Hey, I got to get ready to go. I
Yeah.
got video.
Actually, one more question before we end. I have one more question before we end. The question there is, um, what will be your message? What is your message to all the fans in the Philippines and especially to the Philippine basketball, what do you want to say?
Well, basically, I want to say always continue to believe in yourself. Always continue to dream big. Some people might not think you can do something. Just go ahead and continue to push yourself and have perseverance. Also, be nice to people, trust in God, and continue to work hard repetitively at whatever you want to do in life, whether it's being a doctor, whether it's being a lawyer, whether it's being a nurse, whether it's being whatever you want to be, like a ball player or a soccer player, whatever you want to be. Just continue to push yourself and be the best that you can be, and um, and just always try to help people around you. Don't have that crab in the bucket mentality that you're trying to bring somebody down because they're going up. If you see somebody else going up, try to learn from what they're doing to make them prosper in life. And ask questions. Don't have an ego. Try to ask questions and stuff, and so you can learn, so you can flower your garden, and so whatever that you're watering can grow also. And that's it, man. That's it. And spread love and positivity. Be positive. Every time, I understand every day you're not going to be able to be positive every single day, but just try to change your thoughts and try to push forward and push through in life every single day. So that's the message that I have. And help your brother, help your sister, help your brother, help your sister. Move forward.
Ayos.
You know, always palagi, always.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you for having your time, Sir Lester. Well, you have some shout outs? Do you have them shout outs?
No, I don't have any shout outs. I just shout out to everybody in the Philippines, man. Shout out to everybody, and I will be doing some charity events. Coming when I come back, I'll be back soon in probably about 4 months, and I'll be doing some events, more charity. Going into more barangays. I'll be in Cebu. I'll be in La Union. I'll be all over. You know.
Yeah, that's nice. That's nice to hear that. And thank you. Thank you. And well, good evening to you, Mr. Prosper. I hope you will have a good time there in Korea. And
You.
maraming salamat po. This is
Salam-
Mr. Billy Manzano. And walang bobo, walang ano. So, congratulations and good luck to your KBL career. So
Thank you.
thank you guys, everyone. This is Billy Manzano, and this is Lester Prosper. This is the Round Ball. Bye bye, everyone.